What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition. By the way, guys, I ran out of topics, so I went to our Tiger Fitness Facebook group. If you click on the link down below in the description box, that leads you there. It's a great supportive community. It's really fun. Be sure to sign up. Anyway, some great questions coming, including this one from Nick Hammond. What are your thoughts on intra-workout carbs? Do you think they are necessary? Now, I know a lot of us are talking about hypertrophy. As far as intra-workout carbs, I don't really think they're necessary as far as weight training is concerned. Hear me out. During weight training, you don't really burn that many carbohydrates. Even the most hardcore CrossFit, crazy supersetting workout, you're burning maybe 50 or so grams of carbs. That's really not a lot. And also realize the carbs, even if dextrose, aren't just right in there, right? Think about the theory of branched amino acids. They're already in their free form, which means they get digested immediately, but even then it's not immediate, right? Like carbohydrates still have to hit your system, still have to get digested. Now, and also you're not really burning that much. Sure, there's muscle glycogen, but remember, between your liver and your muscles, you're storing plenty of glycogen to get you through training. Now, one thing I realized that people are not sufficient in a lot of time is electrolytes. For example, that's why I made a product called Electrolytes. That's why I ended up putting coconut water powder into machine fuel, because people simply don't get enough electrolytes. Usually if people have a lack of pump, it is not due to a decrease in carbohydrate or a lack of carbohydrate. A lot of the time, they're just not having enough electrolytes. They're not having enough sodium, not having enough magnesium, not having enough potassium. When you lack electrolytes, that's your body's ability to contract. It's your body's ability, your muscles' ability, your cells' ability to volumize, to hold water in it. And that's what makes the pump happen. A lot of people who are experiencing no pumps on a lower or no carbohydrate diet usually find that alleviating that is as simple as adding some sodium or electrolytes to their diet. Now, if in a prolonged activity, okay, if you're a soccer player, for example, my daughter during a soccer game will run about 7 to 8 miles at midfield. That's a lot of fucking running. That's definitely a lot more glycogen or glucose burned than if you're doing a simple bodybuilding workout where you're sitting on your fat ass between sets. So there's a huge difference. I make a product called Carb 10. Carb 10 is a carbohydrate that does not induce an insulin spike, but has a really low molecular weight, so it goes really fast in your body. Even then, I usually recommend it, unless you're doing an endurance activity, I usually recommend it pre and post workout because most people simply do not need intra-workout carbohydrate. So my thoughts on this are such. If you are bulking and you are tired of eating and just looking at a time to get more carbohydrate into your diet that might be beneficial, I think intra-workout carbohydrate are great to add. You could add Carb 10, you could do whatever, right? Now, a lot of people, who aren't bulking might not even need carbs around training. Personally, I like to keep carbs in one's diet. I do believe people function well on carbs. Most people like to have a balance. Personally, what I do, if I don't have a scoop of MTS whey and a banana, again, I make Carb 10. I like eating my carbs. I'm sorry. I just like fucking chewing them. That can make me the worst salesman ever. Even though I make something called Carb 10, I don't use it. I have it, I've used it, but right now I'm not, because I'm not trying to gain. And honestly, I like my food. And I like the fact that bananas are full of micronutrients. So pre-workout and post-workout, I have the same thing. Pre-workout, I have either a scoop of MTS whey with a banana, made into a sludge. I use frozen bananas and usually MTS or GAF whey, chocolate peanut butter, and I mix a frozen banana in it, make a sludge, put a little whipped cream on top. All right, or if I'm on my way to the gym or traveling, I have an outright bar. Post-workout, I get out of the gym. I'm usually starving because I train pretty hard, and I'll have an outright bar. Outright bar has around 26, 27 grams of carbohydrate, around 10 grams of fat, and around 15 grams of protein. Well, exactly 15 grams of protein. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't believe in nutrient timing. I don't believe it does much, and I believe the body is fucking resilient. Just make sure you have adequate electrolytes. Make sure you have adequate nutrition in your diet. That's why people I've gone to the gym fasted at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I do it a lot of the time because I'm busy, I have a job, and I'll get some sick ass pumps. I just make sure to get adequate sodium in my diet, okay? Get adequate sodium. I usually, when I'm training first thing in the morning, I don't have a chance to have breakfast. Usually I have 2 eggs and 2 pieces of toast. And I'll put some fucking Himalayan pink salt or sea salt all over that. That usually gives me the greatest pre-workout pump. All right, when I don't have that available, I have Electrolyte. Like if I'm training first thing in the morning, I'll take MT Nutrition Electrolyte, boom, put that in my Clash and Vasky mix. During workout, I'll have machine fuel. And post-workout, I have my outright bar, right? Pre-workout, I usually, unless I'm doing a workout at home, I usually do have on the way to the gym an outright bar. So it is what it is. That's really what I do. I'm not trying to sell more outright bars. Shit, if this was all about sales, I would have told you to take Carb 10 during training, but it's not. It's about what I recommend and what I do. At the end of the day, most of us don't train fucking hard enough to need a carb powder. If you are a soccer player, football player, basketball player, hockey player, and you metabolize a bunch of stuff, yeah, carbohydrate during training might help you maintain your energy because glucose is a fast form of energy. But also realize if you're eating adequate fat, that also becomes energy. And also your body uses fat for energy. So it's beyond that. So the bottom line is my thoughts on intra-workout carbs. Let's get back to the question. I'm getting way beyond the question. Intra-workout carbs are not necessary, at least for bodybuilders in my opinion. If you're an endurance athlete, that's something you might want to consider. Anyway, I'm Marc Lobliner. Let me know your thoughts below. And again, go ahead and click on the link down below and read some epic articles. That's not a game.